I just ride my skateboard and just do what I was doing before when it happened by accident.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. For this list, we'll be looking at the 20 memes that ruin people's lives.
It's almost surreal. It's like that wasn't even me.
Hide the Pain Herald. Birthing into the public consciousness in 2011, memes featuring an older gray-haired man smiling through discomfort took the internet by storm. Known as Hide the Pain Herald and Maurice, the man behind the forced smile is Hungarian András Arato. After he uploaded images on social media of his vacation, a photographer got in touch, and Arato agreed to shoot many stock photos. Out of interest, he looked up the images later, and he, and especially his wife, wasn't happy to see what people had done with them.
The internet people discovered or felt that this smile was not really heartfelt. They saw some hidden sadness or pain behind it.
As it had gone beyond what he initially agreed to. Once Arato took ownership, he could control the narrative more, and media work started to flow in.
This feeling is universal. To hide the pain, this feeling is familiar to everybody.
Drachenlord. Better known as Drachenlord, German Rainer Winkler came into the YouTube scene in 2012 with a passion for heavy metal and soon began streaming video games. However, during a Q&A video, he gave out his real name. This allowed people to find his sister and contact her. Angry at this, the streamer released a video with his address and provoked trolls to act. While this clip was deleted, the damage was done. Winkler has often had strange occurrences at his house, including trespassing. He didn't help himself with several controversies over the years involving racism and sexism. In 2022, Winkler was banned from YouTube. The following year, he announced his retirement from public life. However, Winkler continues to post on TikTok. Jenny Cam.
There's so much that it, like, as far as broadcasting goes, it's just like TV on the internet. And I think what it needs is to have something that's made for the medium.
In 1996, college student Jennifer Ringley broke the internet mold. Regularly, her webcam took a grainy picture and uploaded it on her website JennyCam to showcase her day-to-day life in her room, and it became super popular as millions tuned in to see what Ringley was up to. In the early days, she included more risque moments, and that drew the attention of hackers. They took over her website and sent her death threats. After setting up her talk show, The Jenny Show, and appearing on mainstream media by 2003, Ringley had enough of publicizing her life all the time, especially after her affair received criticism, so she turned her site off and became private once again.
I've had to answer this once for like every interview I've ever done. Jenny, why do you do it? And no, it's not an exhibitionist thing.
Ashley Van Pevenich.
I was a real person in that meme, and you never realize you're hurting someone and, you know, laughing with everyone about someone until it's you.
In 2015, college student Ashley Van Pevenich was struggling with acne. Hoping to boost her confidence, her friend, Andrea Vazny, used makeup to hide the condition. After uploading the before and after photos on the Instagram account, Makeup by Dry, the images began to be used elsewhere. Eventually, Van Pevenich's photos were used as the punchline in cruel and misogynistic jokes.
They're very disturbing and nasty comments. Nikki Bell commented, "I'll spend some time with her as long as I never see her before 10 a.m.
Seeing her photo appear on her own social media feed, Van Pevenich released a YouTube video criticizing the memes and giving her views on the situation. The whole incident caused her to avoid public without full makeup due to the embarrassment of her condition. Later, she vastly reduced her social media use due to the mocking.
It just made me feel like I've always been like a super confident person. Like I didn't care what anyone thought, and it made me like a whole new person. Like I didn't want to go out in public, you know, unless I had full face and makeup done."
Mariah Anderson. In 2015, on social media, Kyra Pringle uploaded a photo of her young daughter Mariah Anderson, who had MECP2 duplication syndrome. This condition can cause numerous symptoms, including particular facial characteristics and delayed development. Soon after the photo found its way to the harsher side of the internet, including the attention of trolls who used the image for their cruel jokes and insults about Anderson's appearance, Pringle appeared on the news soon after the photo was ridiculed to heavily criticize those making fun of her daughter, telling them she isn't a monster and that she's real. Thankfully, some of those who insulted Anderson did apologize for their horrendous words.
You know, one thing I can tell you is everything you've received and everything that's been written about Mariah, it has nothing to do with you or her.
Overly attached girlfriend.
Girlfriend, I will be your girlfriend. I will be your girlfriend. I will be your girlfriend.
In 2012, Lena Morris burst into internet lore with her parody of Justin Bieber's song Boyfriend for a contest, where she played an intense, unblinking partner. From there, the overly attached girlfriend spawned countless memes, giving Morris's a sudden surge of celebrity and several job offers. However, a couple of years afterwards, the pressure of being a public figure affected her mental health, causing her to fall into depression.
I felt ashamed and I felt guilt for being stressed and overwhelmed in a world and with a job and opportunities that were so great. I didn't understand why I couldn't handle it.
By 2017, Morris's YouTube channel was decreasing its amount of content after a break. In 2019, she uploaded an emotional retirement video as a public figure to YouTube due to her mental health struggles. And beyond a brief anniversary clip in 2022, Morris has remained in retirement.
See, every time the 15 minutes runs out, you can just restart it. I've been doing it for 10 years. That actually explains a lot.
Coney 2012.
Let's show this movie to as many people as possible in such a way that we can't be ignored.
In 2004, Jason Russell co-founded Invisible Children, a charity that raises awareness of the work of the Lord's Resistance Army in Central Africa. In 2012, the Russell-directed film Coney 2012 was released. It detailed the efforts to capture LRA figurehead Joseph Kony. This short documentary was so popular that the film's website crashed, and Russell was in high demand as the media flocked to speak with him, but there was also a lot of criticism over the project's content.
Yeah, we're an unorthodox organization, and so we work outside of the traditional box of what you think about charity and nonprofit.
Shortly after its release, Russell had a public breakdown where he was naked on the streets of San Diego, California, making obscene gestures and vandalizing vehicles. He was sectioned in a psychiatric hospital for several weeks while he recovered. Now, Russell is doing much better.
That's something, of course, I'll have to live with my whole life. My children will know about it one day.
Go Titans 1. Originally taken in 2004 for an art class at Vanderbilt University, the original photos showed Adam Holland, a teen with Down syndrome, proudly showing off his artwork with the words, "Go Titans 1." But a couple of years later, the photo was used by horrendous people to mock those with special needs. Trolls altered the piece of paper to state cruel jokes about Holland, often with slurs.
The Hollands are a very strong family, but this has shaken them.
Even the Florida radio station, WHPT-FM, got in on the harassment by using the photo for a crass bit. Infuriated with the terrible jibes at their son, in 2013, the Holland family issued an $18 million lawsuit against the host of those responsible. In 2015, the Hollands were awarded $150,000 by a jury.
You cannot do this sort of thing to an innocent victim and not expect there to be consequences.
Neck Minute.
I left my scooter outside the dairy. Neck Minute.
With just a brief clip taken from an independent skate film, the life of Levi Hawken changed into a moment. The New Zealander was doing a bit, talking about the broken scooter on the floor. As he goes on to say next minute, it comes out unusual, and it quickly spread online in 2011. But often, it involved people mocking him for his appearance and speech impediment.
That is a good question though. Did you use that phrase beforehand, or did that completely made it up on the spot?
Yeah, no, I used it all the time. I never say it anymore, but...
Hawken has ectodermal dysplasia, which causes abnormalities with skin and hair growth, among others. When he was out and about, he was often recognized as the person in the video, but soon, Hawken realized people were often laughing at him, not with him. To escape the mocking, he focuses on his career as a professional skateboarder and artist.
I don't know if everything happens for a reason, but everything happens and you just got to deal with it in the best way that you can and find some sort of a silver lining, I guess.
Miss South Carolina.
Some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
Having won 2007's Miss South Carolina Teen USA, the next step was the Miss Teen USA pageant for Caitlin Upton. But after being asked about her thoughts on why US citizens couldn't find their country on the map, Upton fumbled the response, which gained plenty of traction online as people made gags about it. After appearing on news programs afterwards, where Upton gave an eloquent response to the same question, people still wouldn't let it drop.
I believe that there should be more emphasis on geography in our education so people will learn how to read maps better.
She secured modeling contracts and appeared in music videos, yet the abuse continued as people mocked and harassed her. She even received death threats. It made Upton consider taking her own life. Thankfully, she's doing much better today as she works as a real estate agent.
Come to realize they're comparing me to politics, and I'm like, I'm 18 and these politicians are 50 to 70 years old. Why am I being compared to politicians? Like, this is ridiculous.
Techno Biking. In 2007, a video went viral depicting a jacked guy who looked like a Viking dancing to techno music. People were captivated and a little intimidated by the person nicknamed Techno Biking. Originally shot by Matthias Fritsch in 2000 at a Berlin music parade, the clip brought profits for the filmmaker through ad revenue, and later, sales of t-shirts featuring the famous subject. However, a couple of years later, Techno Biking's lawyers asked Fritsch to take down the video, citing improper use of his personality rights, failure to comply, and he'd be sued for 250,000 euros. Both parties eventually reached a compromise in court that essentially bankrupted Fritsch. In 2015, 2015, Fritz released a crowd-funded documentary on Techno Biking, with changes to the clips, of course. Scumbag Steve. In 2011, you couldn't go on social media without seeing the infamous image of Scumbag Steve.
He's a scumbag.
Oh, word.
Scumbag Steve.
All right.
The picture, which showed a guy in a backwards cap and fake fur coat, went viral after people started tagging it with mocking captions. But while it was hilarious content for most, this meme soon became a nightmare for the guy in the photo, Blake Boston.
I was drinking a couple beers one night, probably a little too much, and then all of a sudden I saw all these Facebook messages. So I started doing it, and they're like, dude, whose girlfriend did you have sex with? Dude, you're such a scumbag, you stole my lighter. And I was like, what the hell?
Boston was just 16 years old back in 2006 when his mom took the picture for her photography class. Shortly after going viral, Boston and his family were harassed with phone calls all day, with some even wishing bad for his unborn child. Boston later took advantage of his newfound fame, releasing the rap single Scumbag Steve Overture in 2012.
Who's been smoking up all your weed? Scumbag Steve, Scumbag Steve. And who keeps ripping out your girlfriend's weave? Scumbag Steve.
Dog Poop Girl.
He called the shit poop.
If you've witnessed someone not clean up after their dog, you know how infuriating it can be, but that still doesn't make it okay to harass them.
Hey, geek! I just stepped in your dog's shit. Now I'm gonna make you eat it. Peter, run!
In 2005, an image spread online showing the aftermath of a woman's pup letting loose on the subway in Seoul, South Korea. While the lady cleaned up her dog, she refused to sort out the grim mess on the floor before getting off at her stop.
Pick the poop up and throw it away now.
I refuse, respectfully.
This meant strangers had to step in and wipe it away. The internet soon discovered her identity, which was creepy enough, but then sent her so much abuse, she reportedly had to quit university. The woman even made a public apology, hoping to reduce the backlash. Wentworth Miller. Several actors have earned near-universal love for their film and TV performances. Brendan Fraser, Keanu Reeves, Morgan Freeman, and Wentworth Miller.
Michael, if you just put that shank...
Tell the guard you spoke with Bellick, and he said he's taking some personal time.
You can't possibly get away with this.
I don't think you want to find out how badly I want to get my brother out of here.
But in 2016, the Prison Break star was maliciously targeted by entertainment website Lad Bible. The group posted a side-by-side image of Miller at different points in his life that seemed to make a joke of his weight gain. Miller responded on social media that the picture was taken back in 2010, when he had taken a break from acting and was struggling with depression.
Eating became the one thing I could look forward to. Count on to get me through. There were stretches when the highlight of my week was a favorite meal and a new episode of Top Chef.
In a rare moment, he had gone for a walk with a friend and was photographed smiling by the press. The next day, Lad Bible took down the post and issued a public apology to Miller. Impossible is nothing. In 2006, Alexei Wiener sent a particularly striking video resume to investment bank UBS.
I guess the first thing the person needs to understand is that success is a mental transformation. It's not an external event.
It showed Wiener responding to a question with a long monologue on complex business concepts, all intertwined with clips of him supposedly performing various acts.
You need to take care of the base first, which is your physical conditioning. Failure cannot be considered an option.
While it was intended as part of a job application, the video spread like wildfire after someone at UBS forwarded it to other banks. This led to the media examining Wiener's life and poking holes at some of his past claims. Wiener threatened legal action against UBS and YouTube, but that only seemed to fuel parodies of the video, with actor Michael Cera and How I Met Your Mother getting in on the fun.
All my life, I have dared to go past what is possible to the impossible. Actually, past that, to the place where the possible and the impossible meet to become the possimpable.
In 2013, Wiener sadly passed away from a heart attack. Alex from Target. In 2014, then 16-year-old Alex Lee was working the cash register at Target when his life turned upside down.
I am at 2 million followers on Instagram, and I actually went up 20,000 since last night.
Apparently, someone had taken a photo of him working and uploaded it online. The picture soon got a lot of attention, and the resulting hashtag #AlexFromTarget, appeared on the trending list. Lee became an overnight internet sensation, racking up millions of followers and even appearing on Ellen to discuss his newfound fame.
These random girls I've never met before came in and showed me my Twitter page. and it had like 5,000 more followers, and I was just really confused.
Sure.
Yeah.
However, the dark side of this popularity soon erupted. Lee and his family had their personal information released online, which opened the door to a flood of threatening messages.
One reads, "Alex from Target, I'll find you and I will kill you." Believe it or not, others are even worse than that.
Although he capitalized on the fame initially, even once dabbling in a music career, Lee has since disappeared from social media. Plastic surgery. Back in 2012, Taiwanese model Heidi Ye appeared in an advert for a cosmetic clinic. The ad depicted a seemingly attractive couple with 3 children who look vastly different from them.
The caption on the original ad said, "The only thing you'll ever have to worry about is how to explain it to the kids." The children in the photo were photoshopped. They don't look like that in real life.
A sort of tongue-in-cheek joke about plastic surgery. According to her contract, the picture couldn't be used by another clinic, but the advertising agency did just that and it went viral.
But I was told the photo would only be used in print media and for one company. I didn't know that it would be used so widely on the internet, and that there would be so many made-up stories about it.
This then sparked a fake story that the husband in the picture sued Ye for lying about her plastic surgery before having children with him. Sadly, many people bought into this tale.
Even my relatives and fiancé's family have asked me about it.
Ye saw job opportunities dry up as companies believed she'd had cosmetic work done. In 2015, she estimated her potential loss at around $123,000 due to this falsehood. Star Wars kid. At some point, we've all reenacted our favorite film scenes, but not many of us have been victims of online attacks as a result. In 2002, 15-year-old Canadian Ghislaine Raza recorded himself doing some Darth Maul-esque moves. The following year, the video was released without his permission, and Raza was nicknamed Star Wars Kid by blogger Andy Bayo.
Cette vidéo-là, c'était pas une vidéo qui était sérieuse, c'était une vidéo qui était faite par humour burlesque, si on veut, qui était pour moi-même, c'était pas fait pour être diffusé ou montré à quelqu'un d'autre, c'était vraiment juste pour relâcher mon fou.
Soon after, Raza received violent, threatening messages from people online, and also had to deal with harassment at school.
He revisits the trauma, how he had to leave school, and how the media attention forced his family to move out of their home.
His parents sued the families of those who released the video for $160,000, but eventually settled out of court. In 2022, Raza appeared in the documentary Star Wars Kid: The Rise of the Digital Shadows, and received an apology from Bayo for his involvement.
I have an enormous regret posting the video. I haven't talked to anybody about this. This is the first time, and I'm just profoundly sorry.
Pepe the Frog. This character was first created in 2005 by cartoonist Matt Fury for his comic Boys Club.
The humor was generally gross or crude, but was completely non-political in nature.
Since then, Pepe the Frog has taken the internet by storm, popping up on 4chan and Tumblr with his unique and occasionally rare expressions.
Pepe became a versatile meme. It was happy, sad, smug, and angry.
The green creature became somewhat controversial in 2015 when it was unofficially adopted as a mascot for the alt-right movement. Fury particularly hated this association and even brought lawsuits against extremist organizations that used it. Frustrated with this hateful connotation, Fury discontinued the character in 2017, although he plans to bring it back at some point. His efforts were not in vain though, as he won a $15,000 settlement against InfoWars in 2019 for co-opting Pepe in their content.
I don't think the alt-right has the power to be able to reclaim them for their own.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Harambe. In 2016, the world was shocked by what went down at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden. A 3-year-old boy had gotten into the gorilla enclosure and was dragged around by one resident, Harambe. Controversially, the western lowland gorilla was gunned down over fears for the kid's safety.
They had to do something very quickly. The dart takes too long. The child would not have a chance.
This sparked outrage online. Many memes of Harambe flooded the internet as people took the gorilla's side. However, some went way too far and began harassing those involved. People accused the boy's mom, Michelle Gregg, of being a bad mother and called for her to lose her job.
Michelle Gregg, under siege, posted a message defending herself. As a society, we are quick to judge how a parent could take their eyes off their child. And if anyone knows me, I keep a tight watch on my kids. Accidents happen.
Some even made petitions to hold her liable for Harambe's death. Greg ended up deleting social media in a bid to escape it all. Do you have any fascinating backstories about memes? Let us know below.